Picture this. You've just landed in Oslo. You're jet-lagged, you want coffee, and you walk into a cozy cafe with candles glowing on the tables. You order a latte, the barista smiles, and then the card terminal swivels toward you with a question. Add tip. Your brain does fast math. Is tipping expected here? Is cash better? Should you pay in dollars or kroner? If any of that makes your heart rate bump, take a breath. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through 15 money surprises in Norway. Tipping, cash, cards, and the little traps and tricks that can save you real kroner. First surprise, tipping. If you're coming from the US, your muscle memory says 20%. In Norway, relax. Tipping isn't expected the same way. Service staff are paid higher base wages, and many places build the service into their prices. If you loved the meal and the service made your night, add a small tip, round up the bill, or leave 5 to 10% as a thank you. If the terminal flashes a tipping screen, you can choose no tip and no one will be offended. You won't get side-eye. Think of tipping here as a bonus for great service, not a tax you must pay to be polite. Second surprise, you won't see a service charge line at casual restaurants like you might in some touristy cities. What you see is what you pay. If the terminal nudges you with preset tip buttons, 10, 15, 20, remember, those are suggestions, not rules. You can enter your own amount or skip it. If you truly want to reward excellent service, keep it simple and round up. That's normal. That's appreciated. Third surprise, Norway is a card-first country. Imagine a place where even tiny roadside kiosks and museum lockers take cards. That's normal here. People tap for a coffee, for a bus ticket, for a bottle return, even for public toilets in some places. Cash is not king. In fact, the cash drawer might not even open in your entire visit. Visa and MasterCard are everywhere. American Express works in some spots, but not all. If you rely on Amex, carry a backup Visa or MasterCard. And while Apple Pay and Google Pay are widely accepted, they're not universal. Always bring the physical card in case the tap reader doesn't like your wallet that day. Fourth surprise, Norwegians love Vipps. Vipps is a mobile payment app used for everything from paying friends to buying waffles at a school fundraiser. You'll see signs for Vipps at flea markets, at tiny stalls, and even for donations. The catch, it usually requires a Norwegian phone number and bank account. So if you're visiting, you probably won't be able to use it. No problem, just pay by card. If a small vendor says Vipps, you can smile and say, card? They'll often pull out a small terminal or point you to a QR code. If a spot is truly Vipps only, it's the exception, not the rule. Most places that want money will want your money in some form you can use. Fifth surprise, some businesses are fully cashless. You might find a cafe or a tour operator with a sign that says no cash. Don't let that rattle you, just tap or insert. If you're someone who likes to carry emergency cash, a small stash of kroner is fine. Just don't rely on it. ATMs are fewer than you'd expect, and currency exchange kiosks aren't everywhere. Your best bet is to arrive with at least one low-fee travel card and a backup, both enabled for contactless and both with pins set. Norway's point-of-sale systems expect pins often, especially above certain amounts, so make sure you know yours. Sixth surprise, always charge in NOK. When a payment terminal gives you a choice, pay in your home currency or pay in Norwegian kroner, pick NOK. That's the local currency. Paying in your home currency triggers what's called dynamic currency conversion. It sounds helpful, but it usually applies an extra spread that costs you more. If you want the fairest rate, choose NOK and let your bank handle the conversion. It's one tiny tap that can save you a few % on every purchase. Seventh surprise, contactless plus PIN is the norm. You'll tap for small purchases and you may still get a PIN prompt depending on the amount and the terminal. For bigger purchases, insert and PIN is common. If the tap doesn't work, don't panic. Insert your card and enter your PIN. If Apple Pay fails once, try again or switch to the physical card. It's not a drama, it's just how the system cycles. Also, if you travel with a card that's swipe only, you'll be frustrated here. Chip and PIN wins the day. Eighth surprise, splitting the bill is easy if you ask early. Many restaurants can split by item, split evenly, or run multiple cards. When your server comes by, say, "Can we split the check?" and they'll usually sort it at the terminal right there. If you're with locals, don't be surprised if someone says, "Vipps me your share later." That's normal here. For visitors, just do separate cards at the table and keep it simple. No one expects complicated math, they expect straightforwardness. Ninth surprise, grocery price hacks are real. Norway has a reputation for being pricey, and yes, you're not imagining it, but you can soften the blow by shopping the budget chains. Rema 1000, Kiwi, and Extra are solid bets. Look for weekly offers and house brands. Many chains have apps with coupons and membership discounts that you can start using right away. Some don't even require a local number. If you're cooking where you stay, pick up fresh bread, cheese, and smoked fish for a simple, affordable meal. Also, frozen berries and yogurt make an easy breakfast. For souvenirs, chocolate and brown cheese are cheaper at groceries than at the airport and just as delicious. 10th surprise, alcohol rules. Let me save you the confusion. Beer is sold in supermarkets, usually up to a certain alcohol percentage, and only during specific hours. Wine and spirits are sold at a government-run store called Vinmonopolet. It has shorter hours and is closed on Sundays and some holidays. If you want wine for dinner, buy it earlier in the day. You can't pick up a bottle of wine at 9 p.m. in a normal grocery store. Also, alcohol is expensive. There's no gentle way to say it. But one clever way to get a few kroner back is with pant, the bottle deposit. Look on your plastic bottle or can for pant. When you're done, take it back to the recycling machine at the grocery store. Feed in the bottles, print the slip, and use it as cash at the register or donate it. It's a tiny win, but it adds up if you're here for a while. 11th surprise. Transit tickets are a pay-before-you-ride culture. In Oslo, Bergen, and other cities, you usually buy tickets in an app or at a machine before boarding. If an inspector checks your ticket and you don't have a valid one, the fines are steep. Zones can be confusing if you're new, so plan your route in the app, buy the right zone, and activate before you step on. If you're traveling with kids or on weekends, check for family deals and weekend passes. They can be great value. And remember, buses and trams aren't like some cities where you can pay the driver on the spot in cash. Here, get the ticket first. 12th surprise. Road tolls and parking apps can sneak charge you. If you rent a car, toll cameras will photograph plates and bill the rental company, which then bills you, sometimes with an admin fee. It's not a scam, it's just the system. If you're driving into cities, tolls can add up. Parking is often managed through apps and strict time windows. Always check the sign, and don't assume Sunday equals free. It varies. If a meter takes cards, great. If it's app only, you can usually pay on a website alternative, but it takes a minute to set up. Plan 1 or 2 minutes of parking admin when you arrive, so you're not flustered. 13th surprise. Paid public toilets that take cards. Train stations, tourist areas, even some cafes will have restrooms behind a turnstile with a small fee. Often there's a card reader or a QR code. Keep a card handy. If you're in a pinch, look for libraries, bigger cafes where you're a customer, or museums. Those will usually have facilities without extra fees once you've paid admission. It's normal here to pay a little for clean, well-kept facilities, and the card terminals keep it quick. 14th surprise. VAT refunds for non-EU visitors. If you're buying higher value goods to take home, clothing, outdoor gear, design items, ask if the store offers tax-free shopping. If they do, they'll prepare a form. You'll need to show your passport, keep the goods unused in your luggage, and get the form validated when you leave the country. There's usually a minimum purchase, and you need to show the items at the airport before you check them in. The refund can be processed at a counter or via a kiosk. It's not instant magic, it's paperwork. But it can return a nice chunk of money if you're making big purchases. 15th surprise. Timing changes prices more than you think. Sundays and holidays have shorter hours or full closures for many stores, so you might end up at a pricier convenience shop if you didn't plan ahead. Lunch deals at restaurants can be significantly cheaper than dinner. Bakeries discount late in the day. If you're eating out, a cozy lunch can be half the cost of a full evening meal. If you're grabbing coffee, filter coffee refills can be cheaper than espresso drinks. And if you need wine, remember Vinmonopolet's hours. A 5-minute check of opening times can save your plans and your budget. Now let's assemble a simple money toolkit to keep in your pocket. First, carry 2 cards from different networks, say one Visa and one MasterCard. If one fails, you have a backup. Make sure both have chips and pins set, and enable contactless. Second, install the local transit app for the city you're visiting, Oslo, Bergen, Trondheim, Tromsø, so you can buy the right ticket before boarding. Third, grab the app for a budget grocery chain if you'll be here more than a couple days. Even if you never clip a single coupon, seeing weekly deals will nudge you towards smarter choices. Fourth, keep a tiny stash of cash, maybe 200 or 300 kroner, for the rare situation where a card can't help. But don't stress if you never touch it. Fifth, know your card's foreign transaction fees. If your bank charges a high fee, consider a travel card that waives them. That can save you quietly on every tap. Let's talk about a few real-life moments you'll run into so you can feel the rhythm of paying in Norway. You're at the cafe again. The total is 49 kroner. The terminal pops up tipping buttons. 10%, 15%, or you tap skip. You pay. You smile. Completely fine. If the service was extra friendly and you want a tip, round to an even number, 55 or 60. That gesture reads perfectly here. You're at a casual restaurant with friends. The bill arrives and you all want to split. Tell the server, we'd like to split the check, and hold up the number of cards. They'll bring the handheld terminal and run each share. If one friend is Norwegian and says, just Vips me, that's not you being excluded. It's just their fast shortcut. You can answer, I'll pay my part by card thanks, and it's no problem. You're buying transit. Don't just hop on a tram. Open the app, select your zones, pay in NOK with your card, and activate the ticket. If an inspector boards and you're still swiping screens to buy, that's too late. Activate first, then ride. And if your phone dies, you don't have a ticket, so keep a small battery pack as backup if you're out all day. You're at the grocery store. You see a drink with pant on the label. That means there's a small deposit included in the price. When you're done, bring the bottle back to the machine by the entrance, feed it in, and get your voucher. Use it to lighten your bill. It's a small, satisfying loop. Buy, enjoy, return, save. You're at a souvenir shop and splurge on a Norwegian wool sweater. Ask, do you offer tax-free? If yes, they'll fill a form and staple your receipt. Put both in a safe place. At the airport, go early enough to get the stamp and process the refund. If the line is long, factor that into your timing. Keep the sweater accessible so you can show it if asked. You're at a self-pay toilet gate. It says 20 kroner. There's a card reader. Tap go. It's not personal, it's just how the system funds clean facilities in busy areas. And yes, your card can handle a tiny charge like that. In Norway, people routinely tap for little amounts without thinking about minimums. You're checking out at a store and the terminal asks, pay in USD or NOK? Choose NOK. Your bank will do the conversion. If you hit USD, you'll likely pay a worse rate. If you accidentally choose USD once, it's not the end of the world. Just remember for next time. You're ready to buy wine for dinner at 8:30 in the evening. Pause. Vinmonopolet might be closed. Check the nearest location in hours before you plan that meal. If it's closed, consider beer from the grocery store. If it's still within beer sale hours, or pivot to a non-alcoholic option. Norway has great zero-alcohol beers and sparkling juices. It's not a downgrade, it's part of learning the local rhythm. If you love small, independent places, farm stands, craft markets, seasonal stalls, this is where Vips dominates. You can still ask if they take cards. Many do with a small mobile reader. If not, either skip or plan to buy from a stand that takes cards. The good news, most city center spots that see tourists will accept your card. You won't starve. And you won't leave empty-handed. Another moment you might hit, someone asks, receipt? You'll hear, vil du ha kvittering? If you want to track spending, say yes, or ask for an email receipt if the system allows. If you're doing a VAT refund later, keep every receipt for eligible purchases. Throw them into a simple folder in your bag. Future you at the airport will say thank you. One more gentle warning, don't assume your bank knows you're traveling. Before you fly, open your app and enable international usage if needed. Some banks no longer require travel notices, but if your first Norwegian purchase gets declined, it can be a headache. Have your bank's fraud text alerts turned on and be ready to approve a transaction. Having two cards solves this quickly. If one throws a tantrum, the other gets you your coffee. So, what about budgeting? Norway can be pricey, but it's not a budget breaker if you play it smart. Mix restaurant meals with grocery picnics. Use lunch specials. Grab a coffee and pastry for a midday treat instead of a 3-course dinner. Walk or use transit instead of taxis. And check for free museum days or combo tickets. The big cities have gorgeous free parks and waterfronts. Your wallet can breathe while your eyes feast. Let's recap your money smarts in one fast checklist. Tipping is optional. Round up for great service. Service charges aren't added at casual spots. Cards beat cash almost everywhere. Bring 2, both with chips and pins. Vips is huge for locals, but you can live without it. Some places are cashless by design. Don't sweat it. Always pay an NOK on the terminal. Expect contactless plus PIN and carry your physical card. Ask to split the bill early. Use budget groceries and apps for deals. Remember alcohol rules and hours, and the bottle pant for a little cash back. Buy transit before boarding and pick the correct zones. Mind tolls and parking app rules if you drive. Don't be surprised by paid public toilets. Use VAT refunds if you're eligible and keep the receipts. And plan your shopping around opening hours, especially Sundays and holidays. If you do just 3 things, do these. Carry 2 cards, choose no K at checkout, and check store hours before you need something important. With those habits, most money problems in Norway disappear. If this guide saved you kroner and a few headaches, hit subscribe. I make Norway videos that focus on real-world tips you can use the moment you land. Drop a comment with the word VIPs if you want me to do a deep dive into Norway's payment apps and how visitors can navigate them. And if you have your own Norway money surprise, good or bad, share it below. Your story might be the tip that saves someone else's trip. Thanks for watching, and enjoy Norway like a local. Calm, prepared, and always paying in NOK.